Good morning, fam. It's Mr. Food for Thought, man. I'm so excited. Hopefully by this Christmas, man, I'll have my fourth book out entitled Do Not Raise Your Children, Lead Them. So if you're a parent, you're a grandparent, or you know somebody that's a parent, I think this book is going to be beneficial for them. So in this book, I tell the story how that in 1996, I came in from work. I was in the Army at that time. And I walked in and my ex-wife, wife at the time, had this look on her face. And I asked, what's wrong? And out of the blue, she said, I want a divorce. Now, we didn't argue that morning. I had no idea where this was coming from. And what's interesting is, she never told me why she wanted a divorce. I fought it. I begged her not to divorce. But despite my pleas, she divorced me, and I didn't have any closure. But after weeks passed, my closure was the fact that she decided that she didn't want me anymore. That became my closure. And at the time, we had a 2-year-old son, and I had to make a decision. What is going to be best for him in this season of his life? I had to make a decision. I could spend the rest of my life trying to get back at her, trying to hurt her. But God gave me the wherewithal to understand that hurting her would hurt him. So I had to make a decision not to go low, but to go high. Watch this, for the benefit of the child. I had to go high, not low, for the benefit of the child, because he did not ask to be in this situation. So although we were not fond of each other, although I left with so many unanswered questions, I had to still take the high road for the benefit of the child. Because too often when we break up, we are so upset at our partner, our ex-husband, or our ex-wife, or whomever it may be, that we take it out on the child, and the child is placed in the middle as a pawn. I didn't want that to happen to my son. So one of the things that I would do is this. My ex-wife did not cook. So I got my son every weekend, and I cook. So whenever I cooked, I made sure I cooked enough so that when he went home, he could take a plate of food for himself as well as for his mother. Watch this. Who did not like me, who I was not fond of either. Now you may look at that and go, why in the world would you do that? Taking her the food was not about her. Taking her the food was about my son. My son knew that we were divorced. Well, at this time he don't. He just know we're separated. We live in 2 separate households, but he's too young to understand that. But he had a chance and got the opportunity to see me serving his mother. Watch this. Despite how she saw me, despite how she treated me. See, we lose out on what is the main thing. The main thing was his overall health. So I did things that most people may not do in that situation. But I did them for the benefit of my son. Because I never wanted my son to grow up and think that I hated his mother, to think that I disliked his mother. Why? Because that creates a wedge. Now when he comes to my house, he feels as if he can't talk about his mom. Then when he goes to his mother's house, he can't talk about me because we're at odds with each other. I never wanted him to see that. So I would take her food every time that I cook. Watch this. Once a month, I would have her meet me at Applebee's with my son. And he had the opportunity to see us eating out together, even though we were at odds with each other. Now, she may have thought I was doing that for her, but I wasn't doing it for her. I was doing it for my son. So if you find yourself in a season in this life where you're separated, you're divorced, and you have children, my prayer for you will be this, that you put the needs of your children ahead of your personal grievances against your partner. Because your children not only see that, they feel that. And when they grow up, whether we know it or not, how we treat each other affects their emotional state. So let's be the bigger person this season. Not necessary for us, even though it does help us mentally. But because we have children that are watching everything that we do and everything that we say.